Welcome to NFL Wildcard Update video. Man, we had some great wildcard games, and I want to break them down before we get to the NFL divisional round predictions, which will happen on Friday, the day before Bills Broncos start our divisional round on Saturday afternoon. We begin to the game. This one right there. Sound the drum. What's the montage to that game against the Rams? The Rams spoiled it. 34-31 win over the Panthers. Puka Nacua, 10 catches, 111 receiving yards, and a touchdown. Rams move on to the division round with Sean McVay. This is a great win for the Rams because of bounce back from the Jalen Cooker touchdown, which they were down. They were down at that moment to get a whole drive. They had the 2-minute warning, and then they had to keep the clock running, and they score a game-winning touchdown to seal the deal. Rams move on. They go to the divisional round, which I'll later explain to you the opponent. for the Panthers, this one was unexpected, and the reason was I had them 7-10 record, which if you have not seen my early predictions videos, go check them out. I had them at 7-10. Their best scenario was 9-8. They didn't get to that best scenario, but they got into the playoffs. Home playoff game for the first time since 2015. First playoff appearance since 2017. And I was in that stadium, and boy, I had chills, goosebumps, because it felt like 2015 home playoff game against a real good opponent. Now, of course, as of today, Dan Morgan did confirm that they are expecting to pick up a fifth-year option for Bryce Young, which makes too much sense. They're going to want to give him one more chance to give him the real money in order for him to get paid. So I do believe this makes sense, and we'll see where this goes for Carolina. But as of now, the Rams are in the divisional round. The Panthers are eliminated. My goodness, what a comeback. The Cardiac Bears, 31-27 win over the Packers. Caleb Williams, 24 out of 48, 361 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, a rating of 71.6 rating. Bears get another home playoff game, and they're going to be heading to the division round for the first time since 2011. It's been a long time, Chicago. Don't get too emotional about this one. Their opponent will be the Rams. Now, this would have been maybe a future NFC Championship game if the Niners didn't beat the Eagles, which we'll get to the Eagles late in a moment. Bears Rams is going to be a fun one. It is being played in Soldier Field. The question I have for this game is, can the Bears score points in the first quarter, second quarter, and third quarter? Because I know in the fourth quarter, they were down and they put 25 unanswered points in the fourth quarter to beat Green Bay. And speaking of Green Bay, they blew a comeback. They were up 21-3, and all of a sudden, the Bears managed to come back and win it. Embarrassing. But there are going to be some questions surrounding Matt LaFleur. Of course, the Packers and Matt LaFleur are working towards a new extension, which we don't know when that's going to happen. And Jeff Hafley, who is their defensive coordinator, is probably in the links of a head coaching job. Not, he's going to go to a head coaching job. He's interviewing for these head coaching jobs. And plus, John Eric Sullivan is the new general manager for the Miami Dolphins. So there's going to be some questions surrounding the Packers and what they need to boost up for next season. But for the Bears go into the division round. Thriller. Folks, whoever picked Jacksonville, you guys just think Jacksonville's way better than Buffalo. And I get to say Buffalo's way better than anybody in the NFL. The Bills win. Statement win on the road, 27-24 over the Jaguars. Greg Rousseau, 6 total tackles, 4 solo tackles, a sack, 2 tackles for loss, pass defense, and 2 QB hits. Buffalo, they move on to the division round, going to play Denver. And listen. This Bills team, I just want to talk about it. Whoever did not have the Bills moving on the division round, everyone thought they're done. I think they're not. They're not done. And the Bills, I get it. The Bills didn't win the AFC East. They're not going to get a home playoff game. Sad for them. But they need to show they can win a playoff game on the road. And this one was one of them. Now they're going to go to Denver, take on the Broncos. How will that be a different game? Well, they play Jacksonville. Yeah, the Jaguars defense has the best rush defense, and Jacksonville's offense can score. This same thing is in Denver. Denver's one of the best defenses to sack the quarterback, and Denver can score points. So this one is another toss-up game, but I still believe Buffalo can still get through the hump, get to the Super Bowl, all in the hands or legs of Superman Josh Allen. As for the Jaguars, a turnaround year. Of course, they went from 3-14 or 4-13 to winning it 13 games. And Liam Cohen, first things first, keep your head up. Did a tremendous job as the head coach of the Jaguars. And I know there's some media going on with Lane Jones, who had the great words to head coach Liam Cohen to keep your head up. Tremendous job. We have another season left. For those who are talking about that news, that is something that I've not seen before. A journalist talking to a head coach telling him, hey, keep your head up. You got another season. Did a tremendous job. You do ball. I never seen that. And this is something I would love to hear from journalists. But other journalists start going with, yeah, that's not supposed to. You're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to do that. For me, I think it's just, hey, at least say something nice to this head coach for what he did and his accomplishment in year one, 13 win season. They got a home playoff game, and next season, can they do it again? But I do think there's still questions surrounding their offense. Can Trevor Lawrence develop from that year to next year? We'll find out. And for my Duval counters, Duval. All right, 49ers beat the Eagles 23-19. Demarcus Robinson, 6 catches, 111 receiving yards, and a touchdown. 49ers, they head to Seattle. Philly is eliminated. Just kidding. Can't stop talking. Move on. But Philadelphia, fortunately, they fired their offense coordinator, Kevin Patullo, which you'll get more information about that in Sunday Night Sports News. This one makes too much sense for the Eagles, but for the roster, this is a painful year for the Eagles because they went from losing Kellen Moore, who is the Saints head coach, and they promote Kevin Patullo to be their next OC. What happens then? Well, their offense doesn't even look like the same offense as last season. It didn't look like last season. It did not look like last season. And their defense was still good. No problems. Their defense was still good. My only issue was their offense can't score points. And I do believe they're going to trade A.J. Brown. Wherever he wants to go, send him packing. For the 49ers, huge test. Going to Seattle, face their division rivals. Should be a real great matchup. Unfortunately, no George Kittle, who is out for the season with an Achilles. And overall, bang, bang, 49ers. Let's go to Seattle. So, yeah, 49ers fans, got a huge rematch. So, yeah, the 49ers and the Seahawks, I want to talk a little more about that one. This will be a little different matchup because they're going to play a good defense in Seattle. And how will Seattle's offense can score against a defense that, yeah, they only allowed 19 points, but they showed up against that Eagles offense. So, looking forward to see that one on Saturday. New England gets their first playoff win since 2017 with a 16-3 win over the Chargers. Milton Williams, 3 total tackles, 2 solo tackles, 2 sacks, 2 tackles for loss, 2 QB hits. New England get the Houston Texans, which we'll get to the Texans. Big time win for the Patriots, and their defense showed up. They really showed up against Justin Herbert and the Chargers, which again, everyone had this game this close. Maybe a 24-20 game. No, New England's defense made a big statement, and they go out beating the Chargers. Sorry. But what's going on with the Chargers? Well, let me explain. The Chargers O-line is banged up. That's it. But they have to address the O-line during the offseason. And, of course, they just fired Greg Roman, which is a bit surprised, but probably makes sense because, yes, there was not a lot of good play calling for Justin Herbert and the Chargers. So, yeah, the Chargers are going to look for a new OC, and they got to fix that O-line during the offseason. Houston winning at 30-6 over the Steelers. Sheldon Rankins, 2 total tackles, 1 solo tackle, 1.5 sack, tackle for loss, 2 QB hits, and a fumble recovery touchdown. Houston goes to New England, and that will be a great battle. Houston's defense versus New England's offense. How will New England's offense score against that defense, which, boy, I think the Texans can beat the Patriots. Not saying it's a prediction, I'm just saying. But anyways, that will be a great matchup to watch on Sunday. For the Steelers, Mike Tomlin not returning to be, just want to relax. Steelers, unfortunately, Mike Tomlin stepping down after 19 seasons with the Steelers, which is a bit no surprise. Maybe we thought that they were going to fire him. No, looks like he's stepping down as Steelers head coach, and we'll see where they go with Aaron Rodgers. Will he return to the NFL to play somewhere else, or is he going to retire? So we'll see where the future of Aaron Rodgers holds and who will be the new Steelers head coach. That's it for NFL Wildcard Update video. If you have not seen my other videos, go check them out on my channel. Of course, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell for more sports news.